Welcome everyone to a playthrough of Unsettled. Unsettled is a game about exploration and discovery. Um, I think it's very unique in what it does. It's basically an efficiency puzzle if you had to break it down mechanically, but it's so much more than the sum of its parts. Um, it's been a game that's been around for a while. Um, I have 9 of the 11 planets. I highly recommend it to anybody who likes more of a emergent story as you play kind of thing. So we're going to head and jump in and get started. Biggest things you need to know is when these endurance cubes reach the bottom, we lose. Every time this time track hits the end, that endurance card will drop, and the rest I'll kind of explain as we go. We'll start with a little bit of story time reading. I apologize that I am not the best storyteller, so here we go. Early onset hangriness. The trauma of the wormhole event might be getting to us. The loss of most the crew, critical damage to critical systems, and the really real reality that we're unlikely to ever see any of our loved ones again. It's the little things that add up. So, we're shaken. Our energy is low, and no one has really been eating, which in some ways has worked to our advantage, as our food stores are, well, lacking. We're not saying we recommend catastrophic banishment beyond the edge of existence as a diet plan, but we're not recommending it either. It's working for us so far, but soon the food thing is going to become a problem. Fortuitously, the long-range scanners uncovered this fungal jungle planet absolutely seething with bizarre organisms. And, as scientists, if there's one thing we know about organisms, it's that they're often tasty. Much terribleness has transpired, but none of that can be undone. We still, through luck, fate, or providence, have this ship and each other, and that's going to have to be enough. It will be enough, and if it's not, we have Luna. So we're set. Let's go get some grub. So it basically tells us how to set up everything on this part of our task cards. Every planet will come with at least 3 tasks, so you can get an extra set that has a 4th task. It's basically missions. And then it takes us to what we have to do for this part of it. It's fungal out there. First impression, it's sticky. Follow-up impressions, it's about the same. We need to deploy our mobile science structures if there's to be any hope of us doing anything at all efficiently down here. Construct the laboratory, the research hut, and the workshop on open build sites. So that brings us to that exploration part I was talking to you guys about. This game is very unique in what it does, and we're just going to get started. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move Luna. We're going to have Luna open these. Each one of these cards is called a node. We're going to have her explore this node. It's going to turn over, and on this node, we will see that it has a little action on it. It's called Entangle. You can remove all distress for the cost of 2 pips. These cubes on your board are not dice. They are focus cubes. They allow you to take actions. If you tick one down 2 spaces on that spot, you can remove all distress, which you will get doing different things in this game. And then we're going to scan with Luna. We're going to roll a data die. That's going to put 2 data on that node that we can gather later via different means. And all these cards are going to get shuffled up on this map and laid out differently every time. So it's going to change. Like, I've played this 2 or 3 times now, this particular planet, and I don't know what's going to happen next. I mean, I know the overall gist of the mission, but how it's going to unfold is different every time. So the replayability is there. If you're looking for that unique, oh my God, what's happening? You kind of know what's coming from that, kind of. Because again, opportunities are going to change, hallucination. A lot of things are going to be different, even though you know what the end of that journey is. Again, this game's more about the journey than the destination. So we've done that. We're going to move our Explorer. Now that our Explorer is there, we will... Investigating is good, so I think we're going to do that. We're going to tick this down to on the investigate spot. Allows her to get an insight. Insight is good. Allows you to get some of these cool little extra tricks, which you'll see. It'll make more sense then. We'll put this on our node, get an opportunity card, and it says, Screaming Glow Frogs. Before you sit dozens of small amphibious creatures, half submerged in a colorful pool, They are perfectly still, perfectly silent. They stare, unblinking. Then the screams begin. Immediately, each local explorer pips up 2 focus die. Well, that's good. So we'll just do the blue and the green, I think. And then, if we spend a focus die action, and it's the blue one, it'll give us an insight. And where are the glow frogs? Glow frogs right here. And it'll give us this token, which we can put on an anomaly, which is going to be another like special action that you get, which is part of the magic of this game. You'll see it as it goes. That's going to be a recurring theme, sorry. And then we will continue on our turn. We're going to tick down this blue die. Why? Because that will give us a insight. Insight's great. And then we will pick up, I think we do that at the end of the turn. So we're doing that. Now we're going to rest. At the end of every turn, you have to take a rest action. You will take your focus cube, tick it up, and time will tick down. So this time is a very valuable resource. You have to be very efficient with it. But you also want to use it when you can, because you kind of have to win. So we'll reset all our actions. We'll put back our focus cubes. When we pull this one back, we get the anomaly. This one has a tag on it called Rare Polymers. I don't have the clutch cam set up today. I apologize. If you tick down 1 focus die, you can charge your power to maximum, which you can use to do extra cool stuff later on. And then we will get rid of that card. We will put this marker back there. We need an investigation token on there because you can only investigate on a site once. And that's going to be their turn. All right. We're going to move on to the next character. We're going to have them move. Now, on these nodes, these node edges, they have different symbols. When we cross this way, we didn't do anything. On this one here, that's a time and an insight. You would gain insight and spend time, so you want to be careful of that. Again, it's an efficiency puzzle. We will use our blue focus die to gather this 2 data, because Luna is currently there. We will move Luna to this new spot. And this one is the Incandescent Slime River. Again, some of the art on in this game is really good. If you're into that kind of thing, you're probably going to love this game. It has an extra bonus on it. It says, when entering, if you possess the fungal host tag, like the Rare Polymer tag on this card, you will get a material, which is good. Unfortunately, we don't have that yet. We'll hopefully get there. And then we will use this die to traverse. Since it's red, we get an insight. We will move across here. There's no node symbols, which is generally not how that works out. And that's going to be that action. We can scan with Luna. We will scan for materials this time. 3 materials. That is good. But when we left this spot, now, because of this planet, and this planet is special, we have to put this black cube down. Now when somebody starts there, they're going to take a distress. And that's going to have a whole thing on it. And you'll see how that works out here in a second, because we kind of did that to our buddy. And then we're going to take that rest action. Pip that die up. Spend the time. Bring everything back. Okay. Reset our actions again. And that's going to be an entire round. And that's kind of how it moves along. You're exploring, discovering, trying to be as efficient as you can with your actions, reading the different locations and opportunities you have. Hallucination cards are going to be really bad, because when you get 2 of the distress down here, you got to take one of those. Just an awesome adventure. So here we go. Back to the purple player. The purple player is going to take a distress for starting in a spore cloud. That's what that black cube is. And that says move morale down 1. And I'll explain what that does better. And then it explains on the card, the moment you have 2 or more distress, you draw a hallucination card. So now we have to block an action on our board with it. We're going to block the recovery action, or the recover action, which lets us tip a die up a lot. We're not going to worry about that as of yet. But now that our morale is dropped, the special skills that we have are double-sided. Each character beginning the game draws 2 of these. You choose one. I chose Skeptic for the purple player, which when they theorize it, they don't pip down a focus die, but they either gain a material, a power, or a data from doing that. And on their low morale side, it goes to the investigate spot, reveal an opportunity on your node, and then gain 2 insight. It's almost better when there's low morale. And then for the orange player, it's the artificer. When they investigate, they reveal an opportunity on your node, or they can take insight and material. And then on the back side, it goes on the theorized spot. It doesn't cost a pip. And this turn, you may activate one of your breakthroughs a second time, which when you see those super tricks, some of those are going to be super cool. So we'll put that over there in that spot. And try not to do that too often. And then what we will do is we will have them move Luna. We're going to move Luna this way, I think, towards this insight node. And there's a build spot. You can see the shape of it there. It matches the buildings that we're trying to build. So we'll move Luna there. Now that Luna's there, I think we'll roll... I think we're going to roll the material die. No, we'll roll the data die again. We'll put 1 data over there. So that's going to be Luna's scan. We will move our explorer across here. There's nothing on these nodes, so that's not going to do a whole lot of affecting there. We will have them use this, tick that down there. That will let them take 2 materials off of this spot. Interesting. We will go here actually and theorize. What theorize lets us do is gain an insight, and another explorer gains an insight. We will rest, which resting with the red die isn't helping us right now, so it is what it is. Still going to cost us a time. Bring these back. And reset these. And we'll move on to the orange player. And I think what we're going to have the orange player do first is this support action. It allows them to remove a distress from another local explorer. And then it raises morale back up. We will flip this back over. We will flip this back over. Get them back on the right side. Get them happy and cheery again. And then we will actually use the move explorer action. We're going to move across here. We're going to move our insight up. We're going to have Luna scan again, except this time for materials. Going to get 2 materials in that spot. Now, to build that building up there, I either need to spend a time or have a breakthrough, a comprehension token. So we want to get this insight up so we can do that. We're going to move Luna to this node, I think. Let's see. Actually, we'll have Luna pop this node, I think, because of this insight node bonus. It has a find respite on it. It's another action. You can just put a focus die on there to pip it up. So we got a nice little circular travel there. That works out. And then we can set 1 more focus die. We have to put this back on this person's tile again because, well, we left and kicked up some more spores because we're friendly like that. And then we're going to theorize with this character. Move this up. Move this up. We're on the verge of 2 breakthroughs. That's awesome. We will rest. Bring all those back. Reset these actions. And that's going to be another round. Now, if you, while watching this, would have done something different, go ahead and drop that in the comments, by all means. I like to see how other people would do things as well. It's just fun, and again, this game's about the discovery and the exploration and the journey that you find along the way. But yeah, if you have any suggestions or comments, don't forget to drop those down below, like and subscribe. We like all that stuff. It helps us out a lot. So we're back to the purple player. Purple player is going to take a distress. We're going to cover up the same spot. We're going to move everything back to the same spots. I generally try not to do that as much. It's just every playthrough is going to be different, as I suggested before. We are going to have Luna scan in that spot for some data. There's a lot of data in that spot. It's almost always in the corners, the ones you're less likely to go revisit. We'll have Luna move. We'll have Luna move into this space. We definitely want to spend this red action die, I think, which is going to be moving. Moving is good. So why don't we do that? We'll move. Gives them an insight. So when that happens, this goes all the way around the board. We gain the color of the insight die. So we'll get a blue comprehension. We'll take a blue breakthrough. And this breakthrough is going to give us something cool that we can do. So this one is called Deploy Robotic Sidecar. An explorer on Luna's node may move whenever Luna moves, ignoring all node edge symbols. So the bad time ones, we can just bypass them with this. This effect can begin or end mid-move, and you can do it once per turn. And the way you activate that is by spending data. That's what that little blue cube on there is. So we do have 2 data. So that's good. So we use the traverse die. We'll move across here. That'll give them an insight. Actually, before we take that second one, we're going to change this to green, which is going to be chemistry. Try to get a different group of bonuses going there. Now that they're there, we're going to have them spend, I think, the green die or the blue die. We'll just do the blue dies just so it matches. Put this research hut out there. Put our die on it. And when this comes off, we either have to have a comprehension token present. We do. Or spend a time. So that's that. We can still move our explorer with our free move. Not sure we want to do that because, I mean, we can. There's no node penalty here. But we don't know what's on that node. And not everything's good and happy. Plus, we have this distress that we could have removed. Let's see. So we're not going to spend the free move. Instead, we're just going to rest. That'll cost the time. That is terrible. Don't like the time being spent. Bring this back. This comes back. This comes back. Now this will flip over. And on this side, we have the research hut. Then you can spend data for insight again, and it's a free action. You can just keep cranking them out. It's not even once per turn. That's even better. We have 2 data. We can get 2 of them right now, which we may do on the next person's turn. We will reset their actions. And we don't have to put a second cube here because you only need 1 cube to say, hey, the spores are going crazy. And you only put them down when you leave, not when you enter. So, what are we going to do now? Got to move this time up one more time. We forgot to do it at the end of the orange player's last turn. And then we're going to take that orange player. We're going to do the support action again with the red die. We're going to remove this distress. We're going to increase morale again. We're going to use our green die over here pick up these two materials. We're going to move Luna. We're going to have Luna do the investigating this time. See, there's that time symbol. There we go. Then we will have Luna scan for data since we have a use for it. It's going to be 2 data. And then, since we have some data, we're going to spend 1. Use the research hut to give us an insight. That'll give us a breakthrough and a comprehension. And this breakthrough is perform augmented yank. Gather up to 2 materials from this node and or adjacent nodes into the stockpile. Orange is going to be our power. We'd have to spend 1 power to do that. That's a pretty strong one. But we currently don't have any power. So, and then we're going to change this to robotics, which is blue for this character, I think. Yeah, we'll just try to make sure they get green semi-quickly. And then obviously we have to rest. So we'll tip this up to rest. Bring all our focus cubes back. Don't forget to move the timer up again this time. This time, since it goes around and resets, we lose an endurance. And we're closer to death. And we continue on. And this node here, by the way, when entering, if you possess rare polymers, which our purple player currently does, we will gain 2 powers. That's kind of nice. Probably should have rode along for that ride there, but we didn't know what that node was going to be. So we will continue on with our turns here. We will have our purple explorer go ahead and move for free. Move over here. Going to drop a spore cloud. Going to spend the time to do that. But when they entered, we get 2 power. That's always nice. We will have Luna move again. Except this time we'll move Luna here. Spongy Trumpet Swamp. And if you possess the fungal host, you may soak up energy and basically max out a focus die, which isn't very bad. There's no node anything there if we were to cross that way. So that's very nice. And then we're going to have Luna scan. I think we'll have Luna scan for data, actually. 1. Okay. You let me down, Luna. And then we are on this space. We will traverse for 1. That'll give us an insight. That'll let us move here. We drop a cube behind us. No cost there. We will spend this focal here. Pick up this data from Luna. I think we will rest. That'll cost us a time. Bring all our stuff back. Reset our actions. We got to flip these back over now that we're happy. See, I missed that quite a bit. I apologize, but now that's corrected. Thankfully, we haven't used those actions. And we will continue on here. And for the orange character, I actually think we're going to use the investigate action. We're going to tip this down. And we can reveal an opportunity on our node or, and we're going to do the opportunity. I think we'll do the red stack this time. These are kind of fun to read. Breathtaking bloom. A mountainous fungal flora explodes from the soil. It blooms with light and color so profound the world goes still. Then it violently furls into a gnarled mess of wilted, dripping remains. Beneath the carnage lays a fist-sized seed. hypnotically wrapped in strange black smoke. Immediately, each local explorer tips up a die, so we'll do that. And for this one, if we put down the green die twice, we'll get an insight. So that's cool. And anomalies are always nice to have. So, oh, you forgot to get a stress. So that wouldn't have reset those, actually. See? It's the one thing about the game I find kind of fiddly. And we would have got an insight for it here this time. But we'll get it figured out. There we go. Correct it again. And then we can have Luna move. We'll spend this blue die. Have Luna pick up this 2 data. We don't want to be there very long, I don't think. But if we are to pick up that anomaly, we're going to have to take another distress, and that is not ideal. So maybe we come back to that later. It's possible. Interesting. And these are the decisions that I like about this game. It's like, now what do you do? I have Luna scan for materials. It's going to be 2. And my free move won't get us safe, so we're just going to stay there. We will rest. That will cost us a time. We'll bring back the blue, the green, and the red. And then we know next turn he's going to get us second distress. That second distress is going to give him a hallucination unless we do something about that. You know, that's how it goes sometimes. Alrighty. So, back to the purple player. We need to find these build sites. We are going to move Luna here. That's a build site. That's good. We'll have Luna scan for data. That's going to be 3 data again. I think we're all set on data for now. We just got to have her hover it all up. We will investigate again, maybe? You know what? We're going to do that. We'll tick this down once. This will go up twice because of that skeptic ability. We'll reveal this. If you possess fungal host, we don't. This says chittering slurp gerblers. That's very interesting. You come upon a pack of doughy fungal creatures plumpy bouncing around. Their 3 mouth-like slits cheep, chirp, and loudly suck around floppy spore-covered tendrils. When approached, they display a stunning enthusiasm for violence. They don't seem very bright. Perhaps you can trick them. Also, you're bleeding. Immediately, all local explorers get an insight. So, that insight will wrap around, give them a green comprehension, which is good. And another breakthrough. Apply gooey fungal solve. A local explorer gains an up pip on their focus die and is immune to distress from spore cloud effects this turn. That's very nice to have. We'll stack that there. We'll put this here. And we need to tip down a die to do that. The slurp gerblers. All right. And that one also has a bonus if you have the fungal host tag, which we don't have. So what we will do, we actually spend this red die here. We're going to just cash this in. But can't because we don't have, you know, ooh, that's interesting. So we absolutely have to spend all 3 of our units. So what we're going to do, we'll do that. But when we rest with this die, since we can't take it down no more, it's going to cost us a time. And then resting costs us a time. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. And then we will collect this in an anomaly. This is another close eyes and detonate, rare polymer anomaly. So we can get some power now at least. We already have two, so maybe we don't want to pop anymore quite yet. And that's going to be their turn. We reset those actions. Come back to the orange player. Okay. The orange player is going to grab another distress because they don't have the cool salve. They're going to cover up the investigate action. I guess I should put these on the right side. That would bring this down. It should have already been down, so it's going to cost us 2 pips. 1, 2. That's all kinds of nasty. And then we'll get an hallucination card. And this says engaged. Fungal host. Hallucination. Bioluminescent tendrils squirm out of the ground and wrap around your feet. Nearby, eye stalks pop up, observing. More tendrils appear, and you're pulled underground, screaming. Your normal move action each turn ignores all symbols on node edges. Discard this when you have less than 2 stress. So, we are stressed out, but those time things don't affect us no more. So that's good. Matter of fact, that's really good. So what we're going to do... I would like to just move twice, to be honest with you. We will definitely move once. You know what? We're not going to do that yet because we only stayed to do this opportunity. We will spend the blue. It doesn't give us the free insight. The breathtaking bloom we will get at the end of our turn. Okay, then we will move. Then we will move Luna. We will scan with Luna. That's going to be 1 with the Luna. And we have to spend this red die somewhere. I'd like to move into the cool places, but I don't see any. We will tip down the red. That'll give us an insight. We ignore all symbols on node edges so we don't get penalized for doing that. And there we are. We're going to rest here. That'll move up a time. That'll drop our endurances. These will come back. And eventually I'll get this system down like I know what I'm doing. We'll get an anomaly for that. And this one has the fungal host tag on it that we've been talking about. Absorb pearlescence. I can discard this and remove 1 spore cloud from your node and or 1 from an adjacent node. Alright. We'll reset these actions. Okay. Now, we have the purple player. And we got to get busy getting something done. We got to get them build sites built. And we got to get some distress off some people. So, we are going to learn how to spend our stuff. For 1, we're going to move our explorer. We're going to move into here. There's no node edge bonuses. Red polymer, rare polymer. If we enter it and have it, which we do, we get 2 power. So we'll take that. We're going to move Luna, and we're going to spend one of our data on this deploy robotic sidecar action. So when Luna moves, we move with him and ignoring those node edge symbols, including the time one. And then we are going to spend our blue, lose the time, get 2 of these data, spend this green to support our buddy over here. That'll get rid of a distress, which will get rid of the hallucination card, which will raise morale. And then we're going to rest, tick that up, lose another time, bring everything back. And obviously I'm making some tactical errors along the way, but I'm having a blast doing it. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And that's where we are. Alrighty. So now that that's back, we flip these back over. So since this gets flipped over to its positive side, this would cover it. That distress card. And then this is where we are at. So we're going to want to build that workshop. That's what I think we want to do. More than anything. I'm going to spend what are we going to do here? I want to move Luna. Let's do some moving Luna before I decide what I want to do. So we're going to move Luna here. Found another build spot. Got a time node. Okay. That's a very interesting setup there. We're going to have Luna scan for some materials. We're going to get 2 of those on the board here. Now, we can actually cross that line, except it just costs us time to do it, and time is always bad. We got fungal host thing here, which means we could take this soak up energy action if we got over there. So we're going to move our explorer, cross that line. That'll cost us a time. It is what it is. We're going to use the red die. Oh, no. We're going to use the red die. Here on recover, we're going to max it all out. Put morale down. Doesn't matter, I don't think, to be honest with you. And then we will soak up some materials because we can. We're going to rest. That'll be a time. It's always a time. We've got to put a cube here for moving. And then bring this back. That's going to be another round. And again, it's about the journey, not the destination. So don't be too hard on me in the comments for like, why did you do that? It's just a lot of fun. That's why I did that. Here we go. So the purple character's turn. They're going to take a distress, except they can spend 1 material, apply the gooey fungal solve. They get to pip up a die, which we desperately need right now. And we're going to make it the green one. And they're immune to distress from spore clouds this turn. So we'll put it on the card to know we did that. So that's where that's at. We will then spend the green. We're going to build this structure there because we need these built, and screwing around's not helping me. So there's that. We will then move our explorer across this time node because, you know, why not? Why not waste the time? We will then, I'd like to build that workshop right there. Don't think we're gonna though. Instead, we're going to support our boy over here. Get rid of this last distress card. Put our morale back up, so that worked out. Then we're going to move Luna. We're going to spend a blue. We're going to have Luna take Orange Buddy with us. Move him right over there. But since he left, he's going to drop a cube. And then they're going to rest. At a cost of time. Everybody loses an endurance. We're half dead, it looks like. We're not even through the first task yet. What are we doing? Everything comes back. This flips over. Now we can spend materials for up pips on our dice. It's going to be super helpful as of right now. And let's go. So, we will have first thing we're going to have him do is put the green on here. He's got fungal host. That'll max this die out. That's going to be good. Then we will have Luna move back. You know what? We're not even going to have. We're just going to move him across to Insight. Drop a cube behind us. We'll have Luna scan over there for material. We will then build this site there. Do we want to move Luna? We will move Luna in our space just because. Why not? Tip this up to rest. Lose another time. Bring everything back. Got to get our foot on the gas. This flips over. When this flips over, we can now move Luna with power. We have plenty of ways to do that. And then we'll flip this card and read on. And it says, Rumble in the Fungal. So, a massive embryotic sac has spawned in a nearby swamp. Which you know, good for it. Help yourself, sac. Except now, it's churning out crawly tentacle creatures. We're not sure we like that. However, Luna determines that the tiny tentacle creatures feed on toxic protozoans within the spored clouds, which is great, because those were becoming a problem. Also, the tentacles are very, very sticky, which seems pretty on brand for this place. Place the cephalopod nest token on the Swampy Quagmire node, then stack all the 11 tokens and a grotesque heap on top. So we will do that. We need a grotesque heap. Hopefully that's grotesque enough. We got some underneath it, so that's definitely somewhat grotesque. Then we'll move on to 5, and it says the tentacles feed on spore clouds. We would like there to be less spore clouds, so our suit's filtration systems don't fail. It's a good thing we're scientists and can connect these dots. When our explorer leaves the node adjacent to the cephalopod nest, by any means, a tiny tentacle sticks to them. Place a tiny tentacle in their inventory. When an explorer with a tiny tentacle enters a node with a spore cloud, the tiny tentacle consumes the spore cloud. Replace the black spore cloud marker with the tiny tentacle token. Place the remove spore cloud marker onto a box on this card. Spore clouds cannot be spawned on nodes where a tiny tentacle is present. So little bad guys that are supposed to be gross eat all the bad spore clouds that are eating their face. And we must deliver tiny tentacles to 4 spore clouds, consume them. When consumed, move the spore cloud markers here. And then we flip that card over. So, starting on the purple player's turn, there is in fact a spore token there. We will discard these. Helps when you get rid of the reminders when you set them. There we go. So, she's going to take a distress. She's going to cover up the recover spot for it. Morale will go down, but this time we don't lose any pips. She's going to spend 2 material for 2 up pips on her die, just to get them kind of situated. She is then going to move across this space, bringing a tentacle with her. That'll give her 2 insight. And we'll drop this on that site, which will eat the spore cloud, which is good. Then she's going to spend the red die to traverse. That's going to give her an insight. Across this token again, this time giving her 2 more. Back around, that gives her a green comprehension token. And this breakthrough is ingest pearlescent slurry. An explorer currently within 1 node may ignore time symbols on node edges for the remainder of this turn, even if they are no longer within 1 node. So that's cool. And then she is going to move Luna, pay a data to ride Luna. So when they move here, they bring a tentacle with them. The tentacle eat this block, because the tentacle attaches no matter how they leave. And then we're going to have Luna scan. Is there any materials over there? There's not, so we'll roll that. We'll get 3 materials on that spot. We will spend the green die to collect 2 of those materials, because we got a whole engine going with those right now. We will rest with the blue die. That's going to be a time. Bring all this stuff back. Okay. That's where we are, I think. Yes. Reset all this. Get rid of our reminder token that we used the thing. There we go. Now, we will make sure he's all set to go. It's going to be his turn. He's going to take a distress. We're going to recover with it. Morale will try to drop. We'll lose 2 pips on his dice. He's not that worried about it. He is going to move for free, just like she did. He's going to get 2. 1, 2. It's going to give him a blue comprehension. He's going to switch to red this time. She's going to switch to red too, or orange, rather. That'll tick up morale. Everybody's morale is back where it's supposed to be now. Okay. Or tick down morale, rather. These need to go away. What am I doing here? All right. Then we need to move back across that line, so we'll spend the traverse, go up there, move back here. We got to leave there again. Interesting. Okay. How do we do that? I know. We're going to spend 1 power. We're going to move Luna here with the workshop. We're going to spend another power. We're going to move Luna again to here, bringing him with him for 1 data. Bringing a token with us. Now we'll move Luna free back to that spot. Burning up the cube. Okay. We'll have Luna scan for data. It's going to be 3 data. We've had some lucky rolls on that data. I should probably start collecting some of that. Speaking of which, we'll spend this. We'll scoop up 2 of it. Rest with the green. That'll be a time. Bring everything back. Doop doop doo doo doo. Sometimes I play too fast for my own good. Reset all of these. Get rid of the reminder. Okay. Now, we need to do 1 more of those. That's going to be fun. So she's going to move for free into this space. When she's in this space, she is going to spend a green, 2 green. We're going to tip up 2 dice because of the research lab. Then we are going to spend the blue to support. We're going to get rid of his infected die. That'll raise morale since we can do these things. She is then going to spend the red die, get an insight. No. Nope, we're not doing that. We are going to instead move Luna, pay a data, go for a ride. No. Rethink that again. Okay. Back to my original plan. Spend the traverse. Get an insight. Cross the line. Where do I ignore the line? Right here. Spend 1 to ignore a time node. There we go. I knew I had a plan there somewhere. Spend a power. Move a Luna. This would attach to her from leaving the space. Then she's going to move a Luna to in here, hitch a ride with the data, drop the bad token right there, put the cube there, and then when all 4 boxes are filled, we discard this and advance. Sorry if that got confusing. It confused me as well. And it says, welcome to the fungal. Move your morale meter up. That'll give us 2 pips. We're going to put them both on the purple player, I think. Good news, the spore clouds appear to be under control, thanks to tiny tentacles. Other news, tiny tentacles aren't really a thing anymore because the nest has matured into a teeming swarm of giant tentacle terrors. Return all the tiny tentacles back to the nest. Ooh. Okay. That's bad, right? We don't like seeing that. Oh, back in the grotesque heap. They have now grown into giant tentacle terrors that no longer feed on spore clouds and no longer have our respect. At the start of every single turn, place a tentacle token on the node adjacent to the nest. Then all tentacles not on the nest. Then move all tentacles not on the nest 2 spaces towards the nearest explorer. In case of a tie, go to the active one. If a tentacle terror reaches an explorer, it secretes its brain venom and explodes, causing 1 distress to that explorer. Return that token to the nest. So we've got fungal games. Right, enough of this. It's time to get real about getting food and getting out. Obtain 6 materials from nodes using the unearth action, placing them in the boxes below. Once the boxes are filled, process them at the laboratory, and with the appropriate comprehension tokens, which is 1 of each. And when that's done, you can flip the card and move on. So, now we need to collect a bunch of green cubes. Alright, so we're going to discard this and charge all of our power because we can. We have to tip down 1 die. Well, it'll be the blue one. We are then going to, and we can't put any materials that we've already collected on this space. It has to be freshly gathered ones, which is unfortunate. Welcome to Unsettled. Space is hard. And then we will rest with the green die, move time along, bring everything back, and hopefully I played this game so far accurately enough with the streaming and such that I haven't broken it, I suppose. And that's right, morale went up, so everything goes back. See, it's so many things to drag. And then, start of his turn, Tentacle Terror will come in, it'll hit him with a distress. We'll put it here, this will flip back over. It's like we've done this before. And this will come down. Alright. He needs to get the hell out of there and get near some juicy stuff. Does he have the vacuum? He has the vacuum. He's going to spend 1 power. And the power lets them vacuum up too. Right? 2 materials from this node. Oh, so the one he's on, so we don't want to spend that power yet. Okay, I misunderstood. I thought it was from Luna. So we will take our free move. Cross that line. Get 2 insight. Now we'll spend the power. We'll vacuum up these 2 materials. That's always helpful. We will move Luna across here. We will have Luna scan for, can you imagine, materials. That's going to be 2 more materials on this space. We'll spend our green die on the unearth action and pick them up. Okay. We need to make some helpies. So we will spend 1 power to move Luna. 1 data to go for a ride. We'll end up in here. We will spend this blue to support our friend, to raise morale. So when this thing comes out and punches in the face, it's not terrible. We will rest with the red die. Bring everything back. Move our time up, because if I don't do that, then there's no point in playing the game, I suppose. And then these would flip back up. I'm not going to do that because it's about to flip back down. Start of her turn, a tentacle comes in, hits her, she gets a distress. Okay. Now she will spend the material we have in here to tip up the green die. Reason we're going to do that is we're going to have her do the unearth action with it so she can get 2 off the space. That's going to vacuum those up. Everybody's together. We got to get to the laboratory together. So she's going to have a power to move Luna here. When she does that, she's going to spend the data to let our buddy ride along. Then she's going to spend 1 of these to ignore the node with the time thing on it. She's going to move here for free. And then while they're at the lab, spend this to do this. And now when the focus cube is removed, we do the thing. So she's got 1 left. We're going to rest. That's going to tip up because we don't need Luna to scan. We'll bring this green back, bring the blue back, bring the red back, move this. Endurance drops again. We're at the very nitty gritty now. Probably going to die soon. We got to get off this planet. At some point, I would imagine, we will flip this over and it says, "A farewell to many arms. All things considered, what with us still being alive and all, this could have gone worse. Not stickier. It couldn't have been stickier, but it could have been worse. That said, it's probably time we try our hand at being alive somewhere else. The tentacled tears continue to each turn. Spawn 1, all move 2 spaces, and do the thing. Get the crew, Luna and all explorers, onto the Scarab. As soon as the crew is aboard, you win. Yeah, so about this food. We're not really hungry, but we survive for now." Alright. So start of his turn. It's going to come out. It's going to pop him with an uninfected. That's his second one. We're going to cover up investigate with it. Now he gets another hallucination. These are always fun to read. Engaged hallucination. You find yourself laying peacefully amid the fronds of gigantic purple seaweed-like vegetation. It is peaceful, and you feel safe. Then, hundreds of tiny mouths open around you, revealing thousands of teeth. You scream, in a voice not your own. The disembodied mouths begin to sing a tune you feel you've always known. In a shrieking voice, you join the chorus. The mouths harmonize with your screams. Increase all of your focus to maximum, then lock one of them here. If this hallucination is discarded, place the focus in the ready position. Okay. So that wasn't terrible. We will max them all out, it says. And then we have to put one of them here, which will steal an action from us, basically. So we will put the blue one there. And then, what can we do? We will move. See, I got to start resetting these all at the beginning of my turn. We will move Luna. We will pay a data to do it. Luna will carry us across there. That's good. We will then... What's the best way to do this? We got to run, George. Doop doo 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 doo. Doop doo 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 doo. We will move our explorer. We will move this way. There's no edge nodes. We will spend this traverse die across this node. That'll give us an insight. The orange breakthrough is an explorer within one node of you may take a standard traverse action for free by exploding themselves. That's always fun. Plus, we got to spend the time, which is bad. But it is what it is. Then, I think we will spend the power to do exactly that. Explode ourselves across there. We'll actually put that power here so we know it's spent. And then we will rest here. That'll take a time. We put that back. Traverse die goes back. We'll reset these actions. Put this in the discard pile. There we go. Tentacle comes out. It slaps her as well. These are going to come down again or whatever. Distress. We're going to cover up the theorized spot this time. She gets to have fun with the magic mushrooms. Hallucination. You take a few steps through the marshy soil and notice the crew scanning a large stone of some kind. You signal and attempt to communicate through your suit, but they are non-responsive. You make your way towards them, but they shuffle away. You follow. A metallic life form seems to obstruct your path at every turn, hindering your progress. Each time you enter a node with another explorer in it, you tick up a pip on one of your focus dice. Each time you enter a node with Luna in it, you tick it down. Well, that isn't good because we want Luna to help us. So, we'll get rid of our reminders here that I never seem to remember to get rid of. And then we're going to... Oh, we have none of those. So, running out of juice. We are going to... First thing we got to do is move. The question is where we move it to and how much time we spend doing it. We spend 3... If we spend a total of 4 time, we've lost. That is bad. So, we're going to spend the power to move a Luna across here. It says each time you enter a node with another explorer, each time we didn't enter the node with Luna in it, Luna entered us. I'm going to play it by that reading and leave that as it is. Then we're going to move Luna. We're going to spend the data. We're going to have Luna drag us across. Okay. Now we're going to move for free. We're going to move for free here. We're going to... Oof. We're going to move Luna again into here. We're going to have Luna scan for materials. Luna's going to drop 3 materials. We are then going to spend a material. Oh, we got to pick them up first, I suppose. How do we want to do that? We're going to explode the glowy frogs and get rid of our rare polymers. Except we entered there with rare polymers, so we'd have 2 extra power. That's good. We're still going to explode these and just get 6, so it doesn't matter. And then... we'll spend the blue die. We're going to pick up a green. Can we make it one more turn? I think we can. Let's see what this... What can I do with this? Alright. I'm going to. I gotta spend this thing, so might as well do it the right one. We'll go here, get an insight. Ho ho. We're gonna go there. That's gonna cost us the time. Using the red die is gonna cost us the time. We're gonna rest. That'll cost us the time. Red will come back. Blue will come back. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. This will pop out, hit her, give her another distress. We're gonna have to pip down 2 dice. 1, 2. It's gonna be his turn. With his free move, he's gonna move here. He would have got a distress from that cloud spot. So that would have been 1, 2. But he will take his free move. He will move Luna. He will scan with Luna for this. That's going to give 2 data on the site. We will spend a power. We will spend the green die here to pick up 1 data, because that's all we can do. Then we'll spend 1 power to move Luna. And with that data, we'll deploy the sidecar, so that character comes. Then we'll use the harmonic blast. They blew in there for free. We'll spend another power to move Luna. Luna moves in, and unless I'm mistaken, that is snatching a victory from the jaws of defeat. Whoo, I love this game. And this is one of the easier planets. This was a lot harder to do on camera than I expected. So if there's some mistakes, I apologize for that. But this game is so much fun. I don't know how much you guys are into these kind of games. I'm generally not. I like puzzly games, but these more, jokey kind of, and worlds like that are not generally my thing. I love this game. I think it's fantastic. I will put more of this on the channel. I'll try to, if I've made any mistakes, I'll try to clean those up as we go. Kind of new to this still. I'm just going to keep working at it, having fun with it, enjoying my time with you guys and, on the stream. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out a lot. And if you want to see more of this, let me know. If you have a planet preface, let me know. And I will see you guys.